everybody to another episode of the Picks Porch, baby! As always, it is me, XFL Jim, joined by the one, the only Chase, Lupine Fiasco, Sessoms, a.k.a. Spokesmodel.
Jim, I just got back from a Dick's Sporting Goods and I saw a negligent act of child abuse.
What'd you see?
I saw a white kid, probably 14, 15 years old. His dad's with him, helping him pick out basketball shoes. And his dad lets him pick out the black on black, what I call the Air Janitors, to ball in. I'll be your new dad, kid. We'll get you something with a little bit more drip.
Yeah, we'll help you out, kid. Those are the bench rider 2000s in my book.
Like his dad took like the term like cleaning the glass like way too seriously and got him it was like okay with him getting the janitor shoes.
Yeah, because you get those shoes because you don't want to, like, if they get dirty, they look fine.
Yeah, man, you can get all sorts of mop water on them. It doesn't matter. Or in this case, Gatorade. You bench
maybe
warmer.
the dad knows that kid's just like, he's not full. He's not, I mean, nothing wrong with being a janitor, but like, that's what he's going to be.
Do you remember being a kid playing sports and seeing the person with the fanciest shoes and being like, we got to watch out for this guy? Do you see his shoes? Do you see like, I remember like whenever like white soccer cleats started to come out, you're always like, look out for the kid for the white soccer cleats, man. Kid's gonna fall out.
It was always the super nice basketball shoes because there were two options. Either that kid was rich or he was good at basketball, and usually where I'm from, that's both. Because the rich people can afford to have their own courts.
Yeah, and you have plenty of space to do it where you're from.
It's true.
You have to. And plus, you're rich enough to give up that yield of corn to have a.
Yeah, they'll just be like, well, we have a bajillion acres of land. We have a acreage of property for our just house. The rich people. Why don't we just put a basketball court here? We have a family in town that actually has a fully indoor basketball court built in their backyard.
The neighbors across the street, their driveway kind of slants, like not severe, but like it's a good like couple feet drop from like the garage to the street. And they have a basketball goal, and all I could think is that kid not making the team and be like, coach is prejudiced, man. Game's rigged. Just because they won't give me a place to shoot from 12 feet below the goal on this court.
So what that kid needs to do, he needs to chop his shins off to get a lower angle, and then he'll be fine.
Bingo.
That's just what you got to do.
Nobody.
It takes effort to win these games, but this is the Picks Porch. For those of you first-time watchers out there, this show is about one thing and one thing only. That's picking games.
Hot buttered picks, you know?
That too. Just delicious, delicious picks. We just rattle off picks left, right, and center. Bam, biddly, boom, bam, bam. And that's basically what the show is. It goes as long as the picks need to go.
Yeah, which is a while sometimes because we get deep into it.
Sometimes, especially tonight, I have 40 picks on the docket right here in front of me. Let's get into them. I'll start us off. IUPUI versus Detroit. Matchup of the century. I'm starting with college basketball. Over 144 points.
That's sick. I was going to start with football, but I'm going to jump into it. Why not? Oh, man. Tomorrow, Ole Miss versus Arkansas. Arkansas is an 8.5-point favorite at home versus Ole Miss. They are on a 5-game slide right now. Give me Ole Miss plus 8.5 at minus 105 to cover. I think Arkansas wins, but give me Ole Miss to cover at the Mid-South Basketball Palace.
I like that. The SEC and the Big 12 are hard conferences for me to handle. I was so mad. What game was it like 3 nights ago? Georgia, Kentucky. God damn it, Georgia. You can't play for shit when I need you to. I'm moving on to a different team with Georgia in the name. They don't have the line out for it yet, but I'm going to just flat out say take it because I love taking this bet. Georgetown, first half money line and spread. I will take this every time. All day, every day. Same game. I'm taking the over in the Georgetown Xavier game.
I've only got a couple NCAA lines available to me. One of them starts tonight. This is why you watch live, folks. Starting in about an hour. Boise State, New Mexico, Mountain Best basketball. I believe Boise State might be the conference leader right now, and I can get plus 125 on the money line. They're plus 2.5. I mean, it's within 3 points. So go ahead, give me the plus money on the money line. Boise State plus 125 on the road against New Mexico. Many men wish death upon me, specifically New Mexico basketball players.
They better. They. I don't think you're the only one.
No, they literally have them in Alabama. What's up with them murdering people?
New Mexico is the Alabama of the Southwest, I've heard.
I could get behind that.
What's the Arkansas of the Southwest?
The Arkansas of the Southwest? Oh, man.
Arizona?
Juarez, Mexico?
Yeah. Well, we could do that. We could go there.
Yep.
I'm sticking with college basketball. I'm taking Syracuse minus 2.5 versus Georgia Tech. I guess I'm hating on the state of Georgia. I'm also taking the over 142.5 in that game.
Man, you haven't left me much options since I don't have many basketball lines available to me. But I do have things that are hard to pronounce. That's right. European basketball. Let's go to Greece. We've got BC Olympiacos against Piraeus Athens. Give me Piraeus Athens plus 14.5, minus 120.
I'll tell you this, I'm not going to give you much because more than half of my picks are college basketball.
Oh, shit, fire. I might as well just move on to football then.
I'm taking Miami plus 6 versus Duke. That's my next play. I think Duke wins, but they've shown that they're terrible at covering the spread this year.
So, my book is offering NFL divisional round specials, what some might call sucker bets, probably. But I found a good one here. Travis Kelce, A.J. Brown, Jamar Chase, and Stephon Diggs, all to score a touchdown in the divisional round, 16-1. Let's go.
Woof. I like that. I also like Eric's Uncle Rico over 3.5 Miller Lights. I'll take that over.
He only drinks the best beer. Only the best. I love Uncle Rico. Uncle Rico is one of my favorite people.
My boss only drinks Miller Lights because the other ones give him a headache.
I only drank Miller Lights because I worked as a beer portfolio manager, and I got so tired of craft douchebags that I would just drink Miller Lights despite them.
I switch up what I'm drinking based on the 12-pack I get. I think right now I'm on Rolling Rock.
You have no idea how many times I've had just hipster douchebags try to sell me on sessionable IPAs that taste like fucking pine cones.
Yeah, I had one that tasted like a banana one time, but it tasted like bad banana bread.
No.
Never again. I'm going to the Big 12 now. I'm taking TCU Kansas over 145.5. They score a lot in football. They're going to score a lot in basketball, folks.
All right, so I'm going to play with some futures here. We got into the futures market at the right time last year to pick out some pretty good.
Specifically, you had a big one.
Yeah, I ran to it right after Cincinnati beat Kansas City in the regular season. I'm going to ride with it. Listen, everyone is doubting Kansas City right now because they're missing some of their offensive line because of injuries. Do you remember what they did without an offensive line last year?
Yeah,
Don't matter.
Joe Burrow is the difference maker. Like, I don't think he's the only one, maybe Mahomes, but he's the one I trust the most with a bad O-line.
Yeah, he can get sacked. It doesn't matter. He'll still complete a pass to Chase, Higgins, or Boyd for like 20 yards. So let's go ahead. Let's start with conference winners. So give me the Cincinnati Bengals to win their conference, the AFC plus 400.
Woo! I'm sticking with college basketball. I'm taking Georgia. They're the only Georgia team I'm picking for. Give me Georgia minus 3 tomorrow.
Listen, I don't know if I've been watching too much SGP and listening to Kramer, but like I'm starting to like, the shirt color has nothing to do with
it's
the
not
pick,
just dude. Terrell's the same way. They're both huge Giants homers.
It's true, but damn it, Danny Dimes looked really, really good. Saquon looked really, really good. Their wide receivers, their no-name wide receivers, are like showing up and playing really well between Hodgins, Bellinger, all those folks. So give me the New York Giants to win the conference, the NFC 12-1.
There's something to be said about coming in on a heater, and they are hot right now.
Yeah, yeah. If Vanilla Vic plays like he did against Minnesota, it's not like Minnesota has like just schlubs on defense. They've got Daniil Hunter, they've got Harrison, what's his name? Harrison Smith, the white safety from Notre Dame. I mean, they've got people who can like
Not
they're not schlubs. That's all I'm saying.
not to mention, I don't think Jalen Hurts is 100% for the Eagles.
I don't either. And I think if they're relying on Minshew magic, it could be bad. Plus, I mean, as a Saints fan who's watched the Saints go down to like spank Tampa Bay twice and then go in the playoffs and get spanked by Tampa Bay, I believe in the playing a team third time. So I think that the Giants can pull it out against the Eagles, and then it's up to them to probably beat the Niners.
That just means you have a sick money line bet on the Giants versus Niners.
Yeah, I do.
I'm going to stick with college basketball. I'm taking St. Joseph's -2 versus UMass.
St. Joe's Eagles, right?
I think so.
Against the Minutemen. There used to be a baller-ass hamburger place called the Minuteman here in Little Rock. All right. So I've given you my conference winners. So let's put them together. Super Bowl 56 finalists. Cincinnati Bengals versus New York Giants, 60-1.
Shop around, folks, because I found a little birdie that said 65-1.
Bingo. Jump on that. Get it where he got it.
I'm just going to say it's Bovada. That's where I got
Okay.
it. I use a couple different books. It's whatever. No free shout-outs. I'm just going to rattle off 10 college basketball picks right off the gun here. Howard +2 versus Cornell. I know Cornell's on a bit of a heater, but I'm going to start fading them this time. Iowa, Ohio State over 155. Iowa basketball and football couldn't be any different. The over in Iowa basketball games is like on a crazy
but they still at the score at the same increments of 2.
Yeah, it's nuts. Iowa State moneyline versus Oklahoma State. The Big 12 is insane, and I don't get it. So I just pick. I like picking dogs in the Big 12 because that conference is crazy. North Carolina A&T William and Mary under 141.5. Nebraska +8.5 versus Penn State. I think Nebraska is waking up. This is the time of year when Nebraska like starts to actually pull on our strings and like rattle off some wins when the season's kind of done and doesn't matter. Yeah. And they're going to sort of skirt that line of will they be able to make the tournament? Won't they? Probably not, but there's a chance. So they're just going to have hope. I don't know if Nebraska beats Penn State, but I think they cover the 8.5. Western Michigan +7 versus Akron. Directional Mish. Need I say more?
Yep.
Marshall -10. Louisiana State, LSU +10 versus Tennessee. LSU's they're not as bad as a lot of people think. They're pretty good.
It's just proof that the transfer portal can make anybody viable because they had 0 basketball players on scholarship by like April of last year.
Mm-hmm. Transfer, especially in basketball, the transfer portal is insane. North Texas UAB over 130.5, and North Texas +4. There we go. I wanted to take Baylor as a pick'em versus Oklahoma, but by the time I got to it, already Baylor -1.5.
Okay, so I could rattle these off as 2, but I'm going to make you wait for the big reveal of the price for the big one. Futures, Cincinnati Bengals, NFL World Champions, +800, 8-1. That's not even the big one.
I love that. What did we get them at last year?
Was it 30-1?
Something like that. I think it was.
Yeah. Sorry. I had my Steve face on for that.
It's the face I was making. Last bits of college basketball picks. Clemson -2 versus Virginia Tech. Virginia Tech is awful. Texas, West Virginia over 149.5. Check it off. Charlotte +2.5 versus Western Kentucky. When that money line drops, I'm probably going to sprinkle a little bit on that. The Battle of Montana. I'm taking Montana State in a pick'em.
In the indoor Brawl of the Wild?
Yes.
Okay, here's the big reveal. Super Bowl 57 exact result. I've already set it up. You already know who it is. Cincinnati Bengals to beat New York Giants. 75-1. We're talking 3 quarters. We're talking a 50 cent and a half.
I wonder if I can get that. Where can I find the exact result? That's finalist exact result. Cowboys, no. Okay. Bengals. That's the exact result. Okay. Cowboys. 100-1.
Ooh, jump on that.
100-1.
What do they know that we don't? Nothing.
I'm gonna put. How much should I put on that? I want a number.
10.
To win 1,000. Boom. It's done. It's in the books. Moving over to my NFL picks, baby. Jaguars Chiefs over 52.
All right, I'm going to start with first touchdowns in that game. Let's go start with the Jags. First touchdown. Trevor Lawrence 22.5-1. And
I would love that.
Evan Ingram 11-1.
I would love Trevor Lawrence because I have him as an anytime touchdown. I'm also just going to say it right now. I have a prop bet in that game. Trevor Lawrence, 3 passing touchdowns, 1 interception at 5-1.
It's nice. It's nice. On the flip side, first touchdown for the Chiefs. Go ahead and give me Patrick Mahomes plus 1,400. This is when he starts running. This is when they start busting out ring around the rosy and Jackson 5 moves and stuff. Like, am I worried that he dumps it off right before the goal line? Yes, but I could also see him just naked bootleg getting free.
I do have a Pat Mahomes and Trevor Lawrence anytime touchdown in that game as well. But Pat Mahomes is like plus 275. Trevor Lawrence is, I got a plus 350 anytime.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. All right, ready for me to shoot here?
Yes, sir.
Give me the Jags plus 9 in that game. I think people are scared off by that first half. I think people are scared off by that first half, and I think there's no way that they have a first half as bad as they did against the Chargers.
I'm scared off of all the people now hopping onto the trend of that Trevor Lawrence has never lost on a Saturday.
I don't care about that. I still think that they're going to play so bad that they get blown out.
That's fair. That is a crazy stat, though. I'll bring that up all day.
Has never lost on a Saturday.
In any level of football.
That's crazy. That's crazy because he played all of his games at Clemson except for the big games on a Saturday.
Yep, that just shows how dominant his Clemson run was and how much they miss him.
You know who's the real star of that family? Chase Lawrence. Just Google image Chase Lawrence. And you tell me he's not the winner of that family.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah. Yeah, he is. Plus his name is Chase.
I'm moving over. I'm going to go with the Giants plus 7.5.
Okay.
Versus the Eagles.
Just real quick, we're going to hit one of the best bets in football from the Jags in Kansas City. I found a 3-way in the first quarter where you can bet the money line or draw. I'm going to go Jags first quarter money line plus 230.
That's purty.
Notoriously slow starters, Kansas City.
Yes. I'm going to take the Bengals plus 5.5 versus the Bills. I don't know. Since I think losing Dable is a big deal for the Bills. You saw it with Josh Allen's interception this year. Led the league. Just insane. I think the Bills. I might like the Bengals money line. So if the Dolphins with Skylar Thompson can keep it that close, there's no reason the Bengals can't. I don't care. Even if the Bills play way better, which they should, I don't care.
Since DeMar Hamlin is not dead, I think we can say that like the Bengals are pretty fired up that game didn't actually end, and I think they come out like on a mission.
I think so too.
I'm going to wrap up the NFC Giants and Eagles game here. Giants plus 7.5, and then I mean, if I'm going to say that they're going to the Super Bowl, I'd be stupid not to take the Giants plus 300 on the money line.
Love that. I also, in that game, I have Darius Slayton and Kenny Golladay anytime touchdowns. Darius Slayton plus 320. Kenny Golladay plus 850.
All right. I'm going to move over to your...
I got one more. In the Bengals Bills, I got Cole Beasley and Naheem Hines anytime touchdown.
I like it. I'm going to hit the money line for the Bengals. Because once again, if I think that they're going to go to the Super Bowl, why would I turn down plus 200? Plus money. And then I'm going to look at this total, and I'm going to go under 48.5. I kind of think that this Bills offense might stall out, like hard.
Possibly, but I don't like either of these defenses.
Oh, yeah. You don't like roasted apples?
Yeah, I don't like either of these defenses, and I saw what the Bills-Dolphins game was. If the Dolphins offense can do that to the Bills, there's no reason that the Bengals can't put up points. And I think I just think the Bills have the ability to put up points on anybody.
That makes sense. Yeah, I mean, they've already shown that they can.
I don't hate your angle.
It's I can see a lot of just like not a lot of time to pass, T. Higgins and Jamar Chase drag routes where they just get out and be athletes.
Nice. Last game, I'm taking the 49ers -4 versus the Cowboys. Everyone's going to be high on the Cowboys because they looked good. And there's no way Brett Maher misses every extra point again. They looked good against one of the worst playoff teams I've ever seen. The Bucks are a bad team.
They are bad. I'm going to mess with first touchdowns here. I think that San Francisco not as strong against your second and third type receivers. So give me Noah Brown first touchdown 40-1, and give me Noah Brown anytime touchdown plus 650.
I like those, Chase. I quite like those. I'm going to take 49ers special teams or defense anytime touchdown in that game at plus 400. I wish I could have gotten it at 5-1, but I think like Dak loves to be reckless with the ball. And I think if they do get down a decent amount, he's going to try and just force it.
And so if I think that, the Giants are going to the Super Bowl, it means that most likely San Francisco, Kyle Shanahan fucked up a wet dream again. I think he does it against the Cowboys. Give me the Cowboys plus 170 on the money line.
The Cowboys?
Listen, how many times have we seen this? How many times have we had our trust violated by Kyle Shanahan?
Fair, but he usually makes it to the Super Bowl and then disappoints.
Not last year.
True, but that was in the finals too. That was in the conference finals.
You shut your mouth. I'm playing the Cowboys.
Okay.
Plus 170. I'm
That's
sitting
dirty.
here in the hometown of Jerry Jones. I'm not a Cowboys
dirty.
fan either, but I'm doing it.
Oh, I forgot to mention Sky Moore anytime touchdown. This play, it's between a bunch of games. It's between 3 of the 4 divisional round games. Give me Trevor Lawrence, Josh Allen, and Dak Prescott parlayed all to throw over a half of an interception at plus 340. I just need all of them to throw one. I just need one interception out of all 3. And 2 of them are like top 3 of INTs in the league.
Okay. Let me see what we've got in the rushing category here. Receiving, rushing.
Oh, in that category, I have Isaiah Pacheco under, what did I have? Under 50.5 yards. Because for some reason, it looks like N'Keal's back.
All right, I've just found free money. In the player rushing props for Dallas and San Francisco. Deebo Samuel over 16.5 rushing yards. Yeah, it's juiced at minus 120, but if someone is just going to leave money on the street for you to pick up, you should pick it up.
Yeah, pick that money up, baby. I got one more, Chase.
Go.
Okay. Giant degen play of the divisional rounds. I got to give it to him. An anytime touchdown, especially if Uncle Rico's watching, he's going to like this. Anytime touchdown, round robin of Juwan Jennings, Cole Beasley, Naheem Hines, Danny Dimes, Kenneth Gainwell, blah, 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 Sky Moore, Trevor Lawrence, and Patrick Mahomes.
Okay, I'm putting together a little teaser. We're gonna go
Teasing me right now?
6.5 point teaser plus 220. We're gonna take the Jacksonville Jaguars from plus 9 to 15.5. The Giants from 7.5 to plus 14. The Bengals from plus 5.5 to plus 12. And the Cowboys to plus 10.5. Tell me how that loses.
I'm still going to say the Cowboys.
Probably. Yeah, fuck the Cowboys. They're
I'm
going to
still
ruin
going to say
everything.
the Cowboys is how they do it. That's all I got in the tank, baby.
Well, hold on. Listen, we're getting into college basketball season.
Are you going to give a future? Is that what you're going to do?
No, I'm gonna find some of the good stuff. Like hold on, let me go to a different book.
Speaking of which, you know what? Never mind. I'm not done because there's a play that I didn't give. Give me the Hiroshima Dragonflies -1 because it's Japanese basketball. I gotta have Japanese basketball plays. Give me the Utsunomiya Brex -5. Give me the Nagoya Diamond Dolphins -8.5. Give me the Sendai 89ers money line +115. Boom.
Listen, this is college basketball is going, and when college basketball is going, I can only just think about legendary coach Jim Valvano and his legendary speech at the ESPYs, where he was on death's door. And Jim, in that speech, he said some profound things. One of the being that there are 3 things you should do every day. Jim, do you know what those 3 things are?
I always love it when you tell me.
Laugh. You should always laugh. Laugh. Ha, 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 ha. You should laugh. 2, you should have your emotions move you to tears. Watch something with the baby seal getting clubbed. Get real sad about it. And the 3rd thing, Jim, do you know what the 3rd thing is? You should bet on things that you do not understand. Let's move to darts. And how do we handicap darts, Jim?
The most British sounding name.
I've only got one matchup available to me in the World Grand Prix. We've got Sean Murphy versus Judd Trump. Sean Murphy sounds more Irish. Judd Trump sounds more East Tennessee. We're going Sean Murphy, who is a dog on the money line, +157.
I think this is the first time a more British sounding person has been a dog in a while.
It's true.
I think that'll do it.
Hold on.
He still got some.
Yeah, man. What is the show if we don't talk about Danish women's handball? And I've got AGF versus Gudme HK, First Division, women's handball in Denmark. Give me Gudme HK +163 on the money line. Boom. And I'm done. It was hard. I crossed the Atlantic. I had to go to other NATO countries.
Hey, we're all about travel on this show. Thank you all for watching. Chase, what do you got going on in your life?
I mean, I'm always handicapping Oaklawn Park. That's a grind right now. Had a good day today. Hoping to back it up tomorrow. Catch the podcast, The Notorious OTB, brought to you by the Sports Gambling Podcast Network. You can always find me with this big galoot, the whole Buffalo XFL gym on Sundays doing the gymnasium, and on Fridays doing the Picks Porch.
Y'all know where to find me. XFL gym everywhere anyone can be found. Team previews will be coming soon. I have them on my calendar. I will be individually and co-individually with Uncle Rico previewing every team of the XFL coming up. I already have it. I posted the video today on Twitter. XFL gym versus USFL gym slotted for April.
That's like a RRR kind of battle.
The battle of the century, some are calling it.
Yeah. They're throwing cheetahs at each other and stuff. It's crazy.
It just worked out that the XFL and USFL will be competing at the same time.
Yeah. Well, all I got to say is XFL, let's go Trogdor, the Burninators. Let's go the Banana Utes.
Let's fucking do it. Thank you all for watching the Picks Porch. We'll see you again next week for some more degenerate picks. We love you.